Hello YouTube, my name is Josh. I just got out of Toy Story 4 and I am sad to say that I can confidently state that this is the worst movie I have ever seen in my entire life. And what is terrible about it is that Rotten Tomatoes gives this movie a 97%. 97! I mean, that's up there with some of the best movies that have come out. And that proves to me one thing, that all reviewers that saw this movie had a lobotomy before they saw this film. That is the only explanation for how any rational adult could walk into this movie and say, that was an excellent piece of filmmaking. It is an absolute travesty. For people like me, 22 years old, upper teens, 19, 18, even people pushing 30 that have grown up with Toy Story, anyone that has grown up with that would see this movie as a desecration to their childhood. And then the audience scores on Rotten Tomatoes give this movie a 96%. 96! Which proves to me that 95% of people that rate movies on Rotten Tomatoes are children. 5-year-old, 6-year-old. I guarantee you all those reviews say, Woody has a cool hat, or I like Buzz's wings, or Bo Peep was cool, or something like that. That has nothing to do with the plot of the movie, or how good of a movie it actually is. It's just cheap animation stuff that they enjoy. The bad in this movie. Okay, how about we just go with one sentence to sum up this movie. A spork is the main character. I could end the video right here. The spork is the main character. I'm not kidding. Some kid put a pipe cleaner, tied it around a spork, and put 2 Google eyes on it, and pasted, poorly might I add, a broken popsicle stick to the bottom of it, and called it a toy. No! I'm sorry, no. Any rational adult would be like, that's garbage, honey, and throw it away and give it a real toy, like Woody, or Buzz, or Mr. Potato Head, or any of the other toys in this movie. But who's the main character of this movie? Who's the main character? At least 40% of screen time is on this character. What is it? It's a spork, people. It's a spork. I'd love to be in the Disney Animation Studios. Okay, we gotta come up with a new character for Toy Story 4. And Marty over there, he's brand new, he goes, I got an idea, what if we did a spork? Great job, Marty, you get a raise. That guy probably makes more than our house is worth now. And you know what? That's a tragedy, because he took a common utensil and made it into the main character of a movie with a rich history of fantastic characters. That's another thing, the good characters get no screen time at all. At all. Buzz gets maybe 20% of screen time. Mr. Potato Head, one of the most beloved characters in all the franchise, gets like 3 lines. 3 lines, people. One of them is when his face falls off. Are you serious? Mr. Potato Head gets no screen time at all. Ham's hilarious. So sarcastic, so funny. I don't know how much the comic relief he brings to the other 3 films is phenomenal. That guy gets like 3 lines. This is a franchise built on these characters, and they don't get any screen time because they're replaced with a spork. A spork! And the main plot of this movie is the spork is trying to commit suicide. That's really what it is. He's trying to throw himself out. He's throwing himself out, he's throwing himself out. The main thing in this movie that gets the plot going, this is what Disney came up with, ready? The spork jumps out the window of a moving RV. That's just called litter. It happens every day, people! This is not a plot device for a movie. This is a Saturday on the highway. That is not real. And then Woody just jumps after him. Like he's gotta save this guy that he's known for 2 days. I'm gonna spoil the movie here for you. At the end of the movie, Woody decides to abandon all of his old friends. That's right, Buzz, Rex, Ham, Mr. Potato Head, Jesse, all the characters. All of them. He abandons all of them. For who? For who? For Bo Peep, because he decides that now Spork can take his place. So Spork, who he's known for 3 days, is now the new Woody. So get ready, Toy Story 5, you ready? It's not gonna be Sheriff Woody, it's Sheriff Spork! Aren't you excited for that? Oh my, what an absolute joke! A joke, Disney. What's this director's name? Josh Cooley. I really hope you're constipated for the rest of your life. I'm not kidding, I really hope you are. That's what you deserve, buddy. I mean, all that stuff is bad, but I don't know how many times the movie was over. It really, the plot had ended, and Woody jumps into a backpack, or jumps out of another car, or jumps into a carnival ride, or something ridiculous that is not logical. The only sane character in this movie is Buzz Lightyear, who we see for maybe 20 minutes in the whole movie. The villain is a doll that it looks like something my mother had in the 1960s in the Bronx. This toy decides to take Woody's voice box away and wants to do it by force. She is very clearly the villain of this film. It's like Prospector Pete from the second film, Sid from the first film. I forget the name of the bear thing in the third film. Okay, those are very clearly villains. What happens? They stay villains because that's what villains are. They're bad guys. She's clearly the bad guy, the villain in this movie. Okay, she goes the whole movie being the bad guy, and then at the very end, she and Woody become best friends. And then endeavor together to find her a new home. What is that? The bad guy stays the bad guy. That's what makes him the bad guy. He's bad. He doesn't go bad to good. He's bad. This character was trying to kill the main characters 90% of the movie, and at the last 10% they want to be friends. That doesn't make any sense, people. That does not make any sense, and that is what this film chose to do. This is a public service announcement, okay? To everyone who's considering seeing this movie, who has grown up with this movie. I remember going off to college when Toy Story 3 came out, and it was emotional for me because I connected with that. Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, I grew up with that. I love those films. Very much nostalgic for me. I had a Buzz Lightyear toy. I had a Woody toy. Anyone like that this movie, you remember this film. Do yourself a favor, okay? Do not let this film desecrate the memory that this franchise has in your mind. Don't do it. It's terrible. It's very clearly a cash grab from Disney to make more money because they know this film will make hundreds of millions of dollars from people like me, people like you that will remember fondly the old ones and will go see this one. Do yourself a favor. This does not live up to the old franchise. It's nowhere near as good. You could take a dump in a toilet and film it for 2 hours, and that would be a better piece of film than this movie was. And that is why Toy Story 4 is the worst movie I have ever seen.